Hello everyone, my name is Maria Eduarda.
My name is Nicole.
And my name is Milena. We are international relations students from Brazil, and today we are going to talk about the Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
The Universal Declaration of Human Rights is an international document that states basic rights and fundamental freedoms to which all human beings are entitled. And it was adopted by the United Nations General Assembly on 10 December of 1948 as a resolution at the Palace of Chaillot in Paris, France.
The Universal Declaration of Human Rights was proclaimed as a common standard of achievement for all peoples and all nations. Besides that, it's important to keep this declaration constantly in mind, and our goal is to promote respect for these rights and freedoms, sharing this project from our English class at Unicinos University.
And now we are going to talk about some articles we choose based on our areas of interest.
First of all, we're going to start with the Article 5. The Article 5 is the freedom of torture. Basically says no one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment. In particular, no one shall be subjected without his free consent to medical or scientific expectations.
Article 7 talks about right to equality before the law. It says that all are equal before the law and are entitled, without any discrimination, to equal protection of the law. Thus, everyone must be treated equally under the law regardless of race, gender, nationality, origin, color, ethnicity, religion, disability, or other characters, without privilege or discrimination. The general guarantee of equality is provided by most of the world's national constitutions, but specific implementations of this guarantee vary. For example, while many constitutions guarantee equality regardless of race, only a few mention the right to equality regardless of nationality.
Article number 8 talks about access to justice, and it says that everyone has the right to an effective remedy by the competent national tribunals for acts violating the fundamental rights granted him by the Constitution or by law. For example, the obligation to provide an effective remedy arises not only when states agents have committed the violation of the right to life, but also in cases where there is no evidence that states agents have been involved in the killing or disappearance of a person. Article 14, Right to Asylum. Everyone has the right to seek and to enjoy in other countries asylum from persecution. This right may not be invoked in the case of persecutions generally arising from no political crimes or from acts contrary to the purposes and principles of the United Nations. Article 14 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights marks the end of the first phase and the beginning of the second phase in the refugee policy of the 20th century. In 1948, profoundly influenced by the atrocities of World War II, a number of states agreed to formulate a series of declarations on how people should behave towards each other, how power should be administered, and on what the relationship should be between the values of right and wrong.
To continue, we're going to talk about the 22 right to social security. Now we have the article that talks about social security, and it says that everyone as a member of society has the right to social security through national effort and international cooperation, according with the resources of each state. They have been named as a social security right because economic, social, and cultural rights are indispensable for the dignity and the free development of people's personality.
The last article from the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the Article 30, says that the rights are inalienable. It means that nothing in the declaration might be interpreted as implying for any state, group, or person and any right to engage in any activity or to perform any act aimed at the destruction of any of the rights and freedom set forth here. Therefore, with all the evidence and the cases that happen all over the world throughout these years, it is easy and clear to see that people need these rules and these covenants to live in peace, or at least to mingle with each other under basic rules and rights.